Hey, welcome back to Hugs and Honey. Good to see you today. So this morning, my daughter and I went out walking. We are right here, as I mentioned yesterday, on the River Thames, and we're so close. And when I woke up this morning, the river had receded, so it was low tide. And so we had a beach basically right in front of our hotel. And so there's a little bit of it right now. I'll show you. You can kind of see a little, let me see, can you see it? A little bit of the beach. Let me point it. Oh, right here. There you go. There you go. Right there. There's still a little bit of the beach happening. It's weird to do this on the phone, but there's still a little bit of the beach happening. And so I wanted to go down there and explore it, because how often do you get to go explore a little bit of the beach on the River Thames? So we went down there and we saw some other people. Sorry, I'm just gonna fix this. We went down and we saw some other people down there who were also collecting things. They were going around and they were looking at like, I thought they were collecting like seashells or something, but what they were collecting were little artifacts, because apparently this part of London used to be like the dumping ground, like the trash can for all of London. And so people used to throw things into the river as a trash can. And this has been going on for like thousands of years. And so you can find really amazing artifacts. An artifact is like an object or something that was created thousands of years ago. And it's like stuff that you would see in a museum and stuff. So we went around and we found some artifacts, and I thought it was so cool. So I found this little piece of pottery. Can you see it? It's like got this really cool design on it. It looks like Delft pottery, which is the blue. It's very iconic from Holland pottery. And then we found this little thing, which to the untrained eye, no one would even look at this any differently than any other piece. Apparently this is from like the year like 200. It is an old piece of pottery that was done in the time. It's a Roman piece of pottery, I believe she said. A woman down there told me about all this, because I never would have known. And then this is a very old piece of pottery too, that I believe is German, and this is like a salt glaze. This one has what's called a slip glaze on it. And so you can tell based on like the thickness, based on what it's made of, and then the type of glaze. I think she said this one was German, and then this one's Roman, and then this I believe is Dutch, from Holland. So we just found these little pieces of things. I saw a lot of bones. There were bones down there. Animal bones, I'm assuming, I don't know. But we also saw a bicycle and all sorts of different things. Like with a trained eye, we ran into someone who found an old pipe that had been made out of a horn of an animal, and just like a little pipe. And I don't know how old they were. I mean, like thousands of years old. It's just amazing. And so for the last like 200 years, they've made an effort to clean up the water and to clean up all the trash and the different things that they find on the River Thames. But just knowing this history and this part of just the upbringing, the history of London is so cool. It's so neat. And it's fun because last night my daughter and I went to have tea. We had high tea, and we went to it's called Swan, which is a restaurant that's right next door to the Shakespeare Museum, called the Globe Theater. And it was neat because the theme was Romeo and Juliet. And so everything we ate was just delicious, but all the pottery, which reminds me of what we found today on the side on the beach, all the pottery is just really beautiful. It's obviously modern and current day, but I just love the theme of it. It was just so great. Tonight we're going to go see a play, a musical, Mamma Mia. I'm so excited to see that. We love that movie. I love ABBA, the group ABBA. I've been listening to them since I was 12 years old. So for me, it's very nostalgic, and my daughter loves the movies. The first movie and the second movie are just so good. So we're really excited to go see that. And then the last thing I wanted to share, just because I'm sharing like little stories today, this is really fun. This is a really fun thing. I've never thought of this before. But have you ever, I think I'm seeing someone swimming in the River Thames. Okay, I'll have to keep an eye on that to show you if that's really what's happening. When we were in Ireland, have you ever heard of the saying, "It's raining cats and dogs"? Have you heard of this? I'm sure you have. Everyone has said that. And it's really funny to just think about that. Well, we heard where that saying came from because our bus driver, when we took a tour in Ireland, he was talking about thatched roofs, which are very common in England and the United Kingdom area, and which, Ireland is a part of that region. And so a thatched roof house it's got hay on it, like straw, that's like bundled up really tightly. And that's the way that they used to create their roof. And so you can still see that, like there's a lot of still areas, like Stratford-upon-Avon has a lot of really neat areas. That still have buildings that have thatched roofs. It's very common here in England. And so apparently the saying, "It's raining cats and dogs," came from the idea that everyone had thatched roofs, and dogs and cats would climb up there and they would rest on there, and they would just kind of hang out on the roof. And when it rained really, really hard, the straw, the hay that was keeping the roof together kind of loosened up because of the rain, and literally it would create softness and weakness in the roof to the point where the cats and dogs that were hanging out on the roof, they fell through because it was raining so hard. Isn't that awesome? I love learning things like the derivation, which means like the root, where did it come from? I love learning things like that. So that was one of my favorite things that I've learned so far, and just like these cool little artifacts that we found today on the beach on the River Thames with the low tide, and just having fun and exploring a new city, and finding just fun stories and fun ways to connect. It's just one of my favorite things to do and favorite ways to travel. So I just wanted to share that with you today. Like, subscribe, comment, and share. I see you, I hear you, I'm here for you, and I love you. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye.